What is up, everybody? It is Alex from Heavy New York, calling from the quarantine zone again. This time we got Anatole of Wildways. Thank you so much for your time today, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting us, man.
Yep, it's awesome to have you here. Your new album, Anna, is absolutely amazing. I really want to know, what the thought process was making this album. How did really Anna sort of come to be?
We just actually we always writing some stuff. It doesn't matter. Do we need album? Do we need single, extended play, or something? We just always writing something. So in the end of the story, we just have a lot of demo stuff, and we just realizing, okay, so we're ready for an album. So let's select everything. Let's select something, So. And actually, we recorded the album Anna in Nashville, Tennessee, with our good friend Cameron Mizell. It's an American producer. You could know him.
Mm-hmm.
And we just spent the whole January on that. It was amazing time. It was so good because I don't know about every new album of Wildways. We just go to America to record it because in Russia we feel like I don't know. It's like a different atmosphere to record it somewhere else, not in your country. So the end job was really amazing. Thanks, Cameron. And I would say this is the first album when we really realized that we just became bigger. We just became older. We just already know a lot of things, a lot of rules, big experience. So that's the reason why we feel ourselves really happy about this album. I could not say the same thing about our previous albums because it always was like we did something wrong, we did something, we could do this better or something. So and it's our first step to become more bigger,
Definitely. Definitely. What I loved about this album is that I got many different vibes from it. Every song I thought had a different emotion. I thought Hyena was very different from a track like Event Horizon, different from a track like Havana. Was there many different emotions that were being felt with the making of this album, really? Was that kind of intentional?
Yeah. Actually, this is not the most different album in our discography because our first album Into the World was really different. Each song it's a new genre, so I could say the same about Anna, and but it's anyway that's good. And I would say that Anna have just really one mood during the whole album. It's sad sad mood, like rainy stuff, like super sad stuff, and yeah, we just was inspired by a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, and our personal experience in love,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you was there maybe a preconceived idea? Was it intentional to sort of make it this way, with all these different sounds and taking inspiration from these different sources, or was there a lot of as I like to say, happy accidents?
It was kind of like happy accidents, I would say. And this album is different because I produced 85% of the songs because the previous albums was produced by not me, and all samples, all synths, all arrangements. So this is the first album which I produced the whole.
Oh wow! So it's strictly your vision, pretty much, right?
Yeah, my vision, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
My guitarist Dennis.
Yeah, and when it comes to this vision and this inspiration, do ideas just come out of nowhere, or as you said, there was TV shows and movies inspired? Do you almost kind of look for inspiration?
This album about love, and I'm already 28, and in some point we just realized that we really love songs about love, it doesn't matter who we are, like core guys, metal guys. We're not like true headbangers, you know. So we just realized that we wanna to write the whole album about one subject, about one theme, love. So this is my personal experiences since 18, I think. So a lot of people in Russia after we already released this album, just texting us. This is oh my God, this is too much young subject about the lyrics, but. Yeah, we are 28, we're 30, but so why we can't speak about love, you know? So this is really personal album for me, and yeah, something like that.
Love is something we'll always be experiencing one way or another. So there's you're never too old to sing about love. It's something you're experiencing.
It's never too old, and the main reason why we choose this. Because the previous album, it was the first Wildways album on the whole Russian language. The previous album was about political stuff, you know. And when we finished this previous album, we just realized that we can't live our lives following all problems inside the country, you know, because we have really a lot of problems with government, we have really a lot of problems with police and all other stuff, and it's really sad, and it's really you feel yourself really tired talking about that every time, you know. So we just wanted to say something personal.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, that determines the lyrics, but do you feel like that this subject matter could also influence the sound of the music? Like, do you feel that this album was almost instrumental? It would also convey a similar element?
What you mean exactly?
Like, does the lyrics help influence the music as well? Or have you always needed the music to...
But usually we just write music before lyrics, you know?
Mm-hmm. But like, did you think of the concept of love like beforehand, and maybe that helped maybe lay down the groundwork for songwriting, or did you have like songs already written before you came up with writing about love?
You know, in case we first of all we write the instrumentals. In case of this, I just when I'm listening the instrumentals of the songs, I just trying to imagine something, you know, and I just try to feel the mood, vibe of the instrumental. So if I feel if I feel the atmosphere about love, I will write it about. Mm-hmm. So it depends on instrumental vibes.
Okay. And I know that some of the songs, I don't know if you listened to my review of the album on YouTube, but like...
I saw that, but not yet. I will check it.
Okay, because there was a couple of songs that I didn't even try to pronounce because they were written in Russian, and I will tell you that Russian to English translators are the most useless things on the internet.
Useless?
I tried to translate something in Russian, and it just made no sense. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Google Translator?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
So, but like, is there a specific reason why maybe some of the songs, like, you know, like Everest or Event Horizon or Bombs and Kisses, those are written in English, but then you have a couple songs like the sixth song on the album that is written in Russia?
Yeah, you know, it's like our special thing inside the Russia. All Russian fans loves us in case of that we can mix two languages.
Okay, so it helps you gain an English audience and a Russian audience.
Yeah, it's hard to answer because we just started the band only on English, and in some point we just realized that we want to say something in Russian because this is our country, because this is our fans, because this is our audience, kids on the shows, and this is unfair, a little unfair to give them only English words because they couldn't understand anything. So we just released our first single mixed in two languages, "Don't Go," in 2017, and we just got it. Yeah, this is the way. This is that's real shit. So let's try to mix in the future material. So this is our idea, and we really love it.
I love it when a song is done in multiple languages because I feel like it gives it more
I
context.
think it sounds like Japanese bands really love that.
During Gray is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
And they do a phenomenal job. And it's funny too. And when I saw Rammstein play, and you hear everybody singing along, or at least trying to pronounce some of the German words, but they kind of get it wrong. So
If we will cut all Russian words off, that will be for us like this is not who we are, because you guys have really a lot of bands. You guys have huge industry, core music, metal music. So it's really hard to be in the same boat with your bands because a lot of big bands, a lot of amazing bands, a lot of all of the stuff. So we just need to put some Russian words because this is who we are to say to people not from our country as well.
That's awesome. Do you know? I'd imagine you know the band Arcona.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They have a huge following here in the States, and they bring a lot of their culture from Russia into their sound.
Yeah.
So it really works. I think really metalheads have such an interest in other cultures and other societies and other regions that I really think that when people bring that into their music, it gets them more engaged into it. I think not only are you staying true to your fans, but I think a lot of American fans are also very interested in knowing like your backgrounds and knowing where you're coming from.
Yeah, for sure. Roots. It's like not interesting to follow the band who really sounds like traditional American band, but this is Russian band. So it doesn't make sense because you already have a lot of American bands.
Yeah. I mean, look at Ginger. I mean, they have their own sound and they're huge in the States. So
yeah, they huge. Yeah.
Yep. When it comes to like the songwriting process, again, here comes the most difficult question of the interview. How do you know when a song is done? How do you know when you said everything you had to say?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I don't know. It's just a feeling. I can't explain it. It's just a feeling. If you feel that feeling, it's good, amazing. Just done. If you don't feel that feeling, continue work on that. Sometimes it's really hard because you could, I just have one song, and I work on this song already for a year, and this is not finished still. So it's hard to explain, but I just don't feel a feeling.
Yeah. And, I think the longer you work on something, too, the harder it has to be to sort of maintain that emotion as well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when it comes to playing your material live and you're replicating it in a live setting, do you find maybe it's a different energy playing live than when you're songwriting? Or is there maybe a similar art into playing live and songwriting?
Oh no, live shows it's the best part of metal career, I think. Writing process is pretty boring. Writing process is the thing that you couldn't live without it. But it's the time. It's always the time when you feel yourself like you're not the band anymore because we are the band. We're not writing all together, we write with our guitarist and we do it on our own, like single writing. And I pretty much hate this feeling because this is like, I forgot the word in English.
Disjointed?
Yeah, exactly. You just distort it and feeling alone, and it's pretty hard. So live shows is the best part of rock career, I think.
Yeah, and I'd imagine that like you almost it almost inspires new ideas as well, right?
For sure, man. I think I was inspired for a lot of songs during the tour.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
That's impressive because, like, sometimes when you're playing live or when you're touring or something like that, you're so burnt down for music altogether that, like,
Yeah,
you.
you burn down, but when you go back to home, you just you have a lot of emotion, you have a lot of new information, you have a lot of new meetings with a lot of people, and you just need to give some time to yourself to stuck it in your head, like, and you just thinking about all the stuff you've seen on tour. You're thinking about all the stuff you spoke on tour or something, new experiences, and after that, after the tour, you could say something new.
Yeah, and I mean the world is going to influence you one way or another. So like I think life in general is going to influence you. I think really you're always going to have something to write about whether you're feeling it or not.
Yeah, for sure. We have the song "Kilometers," and it's a song just all about the tour life.
I hope it was a good tour experience.
Sometimes yes, sometimes not.
Yeah. And do you almost feel that because being a frontman of a band, you also have to like practice crowd interaction and stage presence as much as you have to practice like the material itself?
What you mean?
Is there a certain art to being a frontman that you have to practice in terms of crowd interaction and stage
Uh,
presence?
I think not, but sometimes I'm realizing that I speak. I always speak with just the same words between the songs in every city. You know, it just automatically. But practicing before the crowd, it's weird.
Have you ever said the wrong city by accident?
Yeah, for sure. Couple times.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
And the final question I wanted to ask you is that we actually talked about it a little bit now, but I feel like Russia has a lot of great bands that have come, but Russia is such a big country. Like I'd imagine like the scene is different in Moscow versus St. Petersburg versus Volgograd versus Omsk. Like I feel like that Russia, like there's multiple scenes everywhere, right? But would you say that there is a happening metal scene in Russia?
You know the Volgograd scene?
I studied Eastern European and Russian geography, so I know like every single city in Russia.
No. I just was thinking that you could call some Volgograd band.
Oh no, I wasn't aware. I just thought since it's such a big country that maybe like every city is different.
Yeah, it could blows my mind. You know, like some guy from New York. Hey man, do you know the amazing Russian band from Volgograd? Wow. You know, yeah, we have some differences between the cities, but man, honestly, we have such a such a bad situation inside the rock music right now in Russia. I think because exactly the metal music, I would say, because I don't know. It's. I think it just goes since Soviet Union because inside the country you have really a lot of problems, and all these problems reflecting on artists, music, on everything. It's not about music. So I would say. So right now, man, honestly, I don't think that in Russia we just have like something like a metal scene, you know, right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some of the bands, but not like the industry.
Okay, I remember that there was a folk band called Dark Princess that was really amazing. That was from there, but they were like I think like in the Siberian region.
I have no idea what is it.
They're a lot like Epica or Evanescence or something like that, and they were really good. But so really, the goal for Wild.
Do you know Slaughter to Prevail?
Oh, I love Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah. This is just some of the bands: Ginger, Slaughter to Prevail. Yeah, just not a lot of.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe there will be a very happening scene. Right now, with how messed up the whole world is, I think heavy metal is just going to be the most important form of music ever.
For sure, man, absolutely. I know that this is not the best time right now for metal music all over the world, but I think it just goes back somewhere in the future.
Yeah,
We just return it.
we need
We're
pissed
still
off
the
and
same.
we need pissed
Yeah.
off music.
Yes.
Yep. But are there other bands at the moment in Russia that you would like to maybe help support or promote as well that maybe people could check out?
Russian band. Let me think. Some. Yeah, man. Exactly. I would say Russian band Inverter. I'm texting you in the chat.
Okay.
You have to check this out. It is phenomenal, aggressive stuff, phenomenal, angry stuff. This is amazing, perfect.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll definitely check these guys out.
This band from St. Petersburg, and it sounds like really St. Petersburg stuff, because you will never hear it in Moscow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, St. Petersburg is like it's kind of it's Russian Amsterdam, so this is it's Russian Berlin, it's Russian. This is the city of artists, so amazing artists, just all the way from St. Petersburg.
Oh, I definitely need to check that out. So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Is there just anything else with Wildways that you would like to promote? Like, can you first off, is there a chance you guys might come to the States very soon?
Yeah, man, I hope. Just every new album, I dream about to go in the States. But, man, COVID.
Yeah. But can we maybe be getting some live stream performances to help promote the release of Anna or anything else that you would like to promote?
I think in some future, probably we will have like the live stream, with whole band playing. So we will let you know. But yeah, just I'm waiting for on our shows in St. Petersburg and Moscow this November.
Oh yeah, definitely hope.
Hey, Americans living in Russia, I'm waiting for you.
Yes, please. And I definitely every touring band, every band that tours through Europe makes one stop in Russia, either in Moscow or St. Petersburg. And I definitely need to hop on a tour with them. And we'll definitely hang out.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for inviting me in this interview and podcast. I'm really happy to answer on your question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. We are here with Anatole.
Thank you so much for your kind words about our new album.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you for giving us music at this time, during this difficult time.
Thanks.
Everybody, we are here with Anatole of Wildways. Be sure to pick up Anna if you haven't already. This is Alex from Heavy New York. We will see you next time.